Have you ever worked with a manager who was too direct or confrontational with staff? Whose tone of voice or affect resulted in employees constantly feeling scolded, belittled, or stupid? If you're stuck with a manager who comes on too strong, then you are going to love this episode of Your Practice Ain't Perfect, because I'm talking about how to get a pushy manager to chill out. Stay tuned. One of our regular viewers emailed me last month, frustrated by one of the managers she supervises. She described a leader who assumes the worst in employees, and whose interactions with them are aggressive and downright hostile at times. The result is a team suffering in silence, constantly afraid of making a mistake. Sadly, this is an all too common occurrence in many industries, not just healthcare, and there is no one root cause to this kind of behavior. Sometimes we have a manager who just lacks the communication skills or the emotional intelligence to navigate conversations successfully. Maybe she is insecure or burned out, or had previously had success with an aggressive style. Or maybe we just have a person who is completely unaware of what they look and sound like to others. The first step to getting a pushy manager to chill out is to try and identify the root cause of the behavior, and the only way to do that is through dialogue. Set aside time and establish a safe place to have what might be a difficult conversation. Then describe your concerns in detail and cite as many specific examples as possible. Then try asking a few open-ended questions like, how aware are you of how you look and sound to others in these situations? Or, help me understand what you are thinking and feeling in the moment. As you explore this issue with the manager, the second thing to try and tune into is whether this is an issue of skill or will. What I mean is, does the manager show up in this way because she lacks skills in communication, managing her emotions, or because she lacks the will to change? She thinks her approach isn't problematic at all and shows no inclination to improve. If it's a skill issue, that can be fixed with training and coaching. If it's an issue of will, set an expectation of specific behavior change, and when she fails to meet it, you will have to take steps to move her out of the position. For now, work on coaching this employee, this manager, to notice when they are assuming the worst about their employees and the reactions it triggers on her face and in her voice. Encourage them to try assuming good intentions with employees instead, and to calmly ask them for information rather than making accusations. During your conversation, if she defends her approach, differentiate between her intent, which might be good, and the impact of her style and approach, which is causing harm. Last but not least, I know some of you watching this video are stuck in situations where the pushy manager isn't someone you supervise, it's actually your boss. That's an even tougher problem to deal with, because any attempt to initiate the kind of conversation I'm describing comes with some risk. That said, nothing ever changes if no one speaks up. Here's my advice. Go privately to your manager first and ask them if you can give them some feedback. This won't be an easy conversation, and acknowledge that, but challenge yourself to care enough about this person to tell them the truth about the suffering that's occurring and what you want them to do differently going forward. During that conversation, be kind but very direct and use I statements. Now, obviously, this approach could backfire, so don't say I didn't warn you. Of course, you do have another option, though. Moving on. If you are stuck working for an abrasive manager and there's no indication anything is going to change, it might be the best move for you. And losing a good employee like you ends up being yet another consequence of their unhealthy communication style. Now it's your turn. How have you dealt with a manager who needed to chill out? Tell us about it in the comments box below. And make sure you visit joemull.com to subscribe to my twice-monthly email newsletter on people management challenges faced by healthcare leaders just like you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.